Hello. Alrighty. I was not asleep actually. I was eating dinner. I hope everybody is having a good evening. It is 10:28 p.m. on the East Coast and we are live. And I'm here. I am here. Oh boy. Just burnt my bread. I hate air fryers. Oh damn. That sucks. Yeah, I have an air fryer. I don't use it very much. I didn't quite catch the air fryer bug that everybody seemed to catch. Alrighty. God, I don't even know where to start tonight. There's so much happening. It's just so quick, so I use it. Yeah, that makes sense. Da, da, da. Okay. Well, well. Let's see what we want to start with. I heard there was a ceasefire. That's it. Yeah, yeah. There is a supposedly a ceasefire. I believe this one also includes Lebanon, but I'm not sure exactly how. I'm not sure how solid it is. Hopefully, it is a legitimate ceasefire. But also knowing Israel, I suspect that they will keep firing either way. Trump said he was going to tell them to stop, though, so we'll see. We shall see how it all plays out. But other than that, that has mostly been consuming the news cycle for the last week or so, which is typical at this point. Da, da, da. I do have a couple things here as far as news. I don't know if Israel negotiated it. I mean, I'm sure they were involved. I don't know, um, but even if they did, I don't necessarily expect them to abide by it. It's just not. It's just not in their nature. Like if history is to be, you know, an indicator of anything, they are just not likely to abide by ceasefire. But well, and then we have Tyler Robinson was back in court today. That also happened. And they finally arrested that singer David, which I am. I both am surprised and am not surprised that he was not arrested earlier, just given the circumstances. But it's it do be like that, I guess. I don't know exactly what transpired and all of that, but hopefully we can get some justice there. Alrighty. I am a little tired today. I've been tired like all day. So perhaps a little bit low energy tonight, but let's be real. The big topic I want to discuss is probably going to be clavicular. I think the body didn't have any evidence because frozen. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I want to talk about oh yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I suspect probably yes, for sure cuz I know the body had been like was I believe like significantly decomposed when they found it. So, um it would be like harder to get evidence for sure. That being said, there is a lot of evidence of there's a lot of evidence of their relationship, which I don't know what you would charge him with exactly, but I'm sure there's something there. But either way, I just imagine that that it probably was not a priority in terms of like getting getting things done, but you know, better late than never. Better late than never, and uh I'll take it. It's fine. I just hope that everything sort of, you know, gets resolved there cuz holy fuck. Fucking insane situation. His friend supposedly ratted him out. Well, good for his friends. So they were waiting to yeah. Well, good for his friends. I do wish maybe some people had stepped in, you know, before she died, but or before she was killed allegedly, whatever. Guess we don't technically know for sure, but uh yeah, exactly. It's like I do wish someone had, you know, stepped in before, but I guess at least again, better late than never. Like, if you're not gonna fucking, step in and put a stop to it when it's fucking happening, then I guess at least you found enough fucking balls to come out and be like, okay, actually, yeah, this was going on, and like, this is like the evidence that you need. In some lighter news, this this cracked me up earlier, and I don't know why this is even a fucking thing. But before we get into like actual shit, Dr. Jill Biden bid 35,000 to have a walk-on role in the second season of Heated Rivalry, but ultimately lost out to two bidders at 125,000 each. Guess I won't be heading to the cottage after all. Doesn't your husband have cancer? Aren't you a little busy? Like, shouldn't you be like, I don't know, like at his side or something? I mean, like, you got to live your life too, but also your husband of like multiple decades is dying with cancer, and you're bidding to go on a television show. Like, she does not give a fuck, bro. Oh man. Okay. They have nurses, LMAO. I just I like, yeah, but like, that's your husband. At least pretend like you still, give a fuck about the guy. I don't know. Like, people already think that she's like a puppet master who was actually the secret president for the last 4 years, and I mean, like, who knows? I'm sure the level of input Biden had was increasingly slim as his presidency went on, but I don't know who exactly was, picking up the slack there. I don't know if it was Jill Biden, but um yeah, he might already be dead for all we know. True. I mean, the way she's acting, it seems like he might be dead already. She's checked out. She's said, "Oh well, bye." Oh, that's so fucking funny. And she lost too. Like, that's the other thing. Like, she couldn't even, like, what? She wasn't willing to shell out the extra money. She didn't want it that bad. It's so stupid. Like, what the fuck? Oh man. Like, former, like I don't know, go open an orphanage or something. Go do something productive. Like, former first ladies used to, like, I don't know, start organizations and build institutions, and now and now she's just like bidding for a role on Heated Rivalry season 2. She's paying for nurses though. I mean, is she though? I feel like she's probably not. I feel like that's probably been offloaded to somebody, probably the taxpayers, if we're being real. I have my doubts about how much they're actually paying for Biden's healthcare at this point. Like, I'm sure he's got like some extreme healthcare, like fucking health insurance, all right. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Better luck next time, Jill. Imagine if Hunter Biden had won the role. Now that would be a good one. That would be a fun one. Oh man. Like I love it. It's awesome. That's great. No, that's great. That's perfect. All right. Um let's see. Because I oh man. All right. I don't even know where to start with this. There's so much here. Hold on. Hold on. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, mm, actually, before we get into that, we're just gonna go through some things here. Another one for the history books, people. Caitlyn Jenner reveals she can no longer travel internationally after her renewed passport was returned with a male gender marker under Trump's passport policy. She wrote a letter to Trump asking for help, but has yet to receive a response. I mean, what do you say? What do you say? Like you like yes. Yes. Euphoria starring Jill Biden. I mean, the season might be better. I actually didn't watch. I didn't watch. I didn't watch. I can't talk. Who knows? I've seen some clips. I've seen some clips. That's all we'll say. I yeah, I that's all we'll say. Why can't she travel? Oh, because she probably can travel. I imagine she can travel. It's just that her passport now has a male gender marker. I don't know what she means by she can no longer travel internationally because I'm sure that she can still use her passport. Unless there's like yeah, I don't know. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure what she means by that. um but I do just think it's very interesting. Like this was a choice, my friend. You know, leopards a real leopard's eating your face moment, I guess, but yikes. Well, good luck. Was it a mistake? No. Trump they had like they have like a policy now where like Trump the administration implemented a like policy where the passports all have to match your like biological sex. So um so if you're trans, they like issued new passports for you. So they like made it so that your old passport was no longer valid and you had to get a new passport with your biological sex on it. So that is what happened. And Caitlyn Jenner, despite, you know, being a high profile trans woman who has connected herself to the Trump administration, was not able to escape the slaughter, as it were. So she also ended up getting her passport renewed with the male gender marker because, you know, apparently that was important for people. Apparently, that was really important for MAGA, that trans people get new passports. Like, awesome. Oh, you mean um sorry, I thought you said Caitlin. Kylie. I mean Kylie. No, not Kylie. That would be funny though. That would be funny. But yeah, crazy. Unfortunate. Don't know what to don't know what to tell you there. And 1 second here. My stupid computer loves to do this. Okay. And yeah, I don't think it actually stops her from traveling. I think it's either Popgrave getting it wrong, or it's either Popgrave getting it wrong, or it's been like God, what am I trying to say? It's either Popgrave getting it wrong, or she's like being dramatic, which is possible. But I don't know. All right, let's. There was this is kind of in the same vein here, sticking with the topic of, I guess, trans people, or just a discussion of transphobia. Where is it? Where are you at? I have to find it here. There's so much. My bookmarks are so freaking full of so much shit. It's not even fucking funny. It's like a mix of stuff that I want to like talk about, and like other shit that I've saved. Oh man. Fuck. Where is it? Okay. If I can't find it, I'll just look it up. I might not have it. Oh, okay. Where do I want to go here? The topic is Dave Chappelle has Dave Chappelle has had a moment here, it seems, and truly I don't know what the fuck is going on anymore. I'm so tired. I'm so fucking tired. He talked to NPR, and he said some things. And I guess we'll start with this clip here, because I just listen. Listen, 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 listen. Listen. There comes a point in time when I get tired of your nonsense, and I really need you to just like walk away. And this is one of those times. This is one of those moments.
But what about
So yeah, let's just start with this clip.
people who feel like you're punching down, like you are not a trans person, and there are people who feel like it's different when you are part of the group that has been attacked, hurt, demeaned, etc. And then if you're outside of that group and you're having commentary about it, it causes feelings. And what do you say to people who feel that in some occasions you're punching down?
Well, okay, this is a conversation that you know.
You're bored by, sick of.
Nah, yeah, I'm not sick of it. I don't want to be dismissive to that sentiment, but I don't know. That's a tough one for me because so much of that was a media phenomenon. What was happening in actual life versus how the media was reporting on my show. And I feel like the way they reported on that show was rage baiting to some degree. And there's so many different branches to talk about it. But I would say that, not everything is for everybody. I don't tell country artists what to sing about if I'm not going to go see a country.
No, the smoker's voice is crazy. I I, I just yeah, I just oh man. My big rule when it comes to comedy is, is to avoid punching down. So he's already off to a bad start with me on there, but then it's the double back that's getting me. It's the turning around and being like, wait a minute, you guys weren't supposed to say that shit. Like, even though I made a joke about it, you weren't supposed to. Like, it's like, are you like, what world do you live in? Do you live in reality? Have you existed on this planet for any amount of time? Do you know how society works? Do you know how people work? Like, you're not new to this world. Like you, anyone could have seen this coming miles away, and the fact that you didn't, it's just like, like, what are we doing? I heard he was talking about it, but did he actually do it? If he actually did it, I did not see that. I did not see the final product, I suppose.
Show. If they bought tickets ever, maybe I'd listen. I don't know. They're just never there. I don't even know who's telling them I say these things. Who?
Do you feel like your jokes are misrepresented, or
I do.
you think they're misrepresented that for a purpose, which is to
It's almost
get
some of the
clicks,
reporting
whatever?
was as if they almost reported on it as if I was doing something other than a comedy show. You know, I could go on and on about this, but I got to be
Interesting.
careful.
So in a way, like you're saying, look, I'm a comedian. Everybody knows that I'm a comedian. So if you don't like my humor, don't buy a ticket.
Reading a joke is a lot different than sitting in a room and hearing it. And part of the sitting in the room part of one of the reasons comedy works is because everyone that bought a ticket, clearly they want it to work. They want to have a good time. They want to have fun. But if you're a person that is very angry or passionate about something, and you're afraid that you're going to be misrepresented or misconstrued, and you feel like you have to police comedy to get your point across, you should assess your point.
Oh, brother. All right. No, I did not see that. That's crazy. Um, so there's that, and then, and then we have just, where is it? Oh, here we go. Dave Chappelle tells NPR, I did resent that the Republican Party ran on transgender jokes. I felt like they were doing a weaponized version of what I was doing. That's not what I was doing. Oh, okay. See, because here's my thing. Here's my thing. Here's my thing. Here's my thing. I like a good joke. I love a good joke. I love to laugh, I love to have a good time. And I think that yes, we can laugh at ourselves. We can make jokes at our expense. But there's also a level of responsibility, I think, that we have when it comes to making jokes about demographics, about minorities that are specifically being targeted rather aggressively, even. Like, I just, like, maybe there is a time where it's not the best moment to make jokes at the expense of trans people, you know? Like, maybe there's a time, didn't he agree with the Harry Potter lady? I forgot her name. J.K. Rowling. I love that she's so forgettable now. Awesome. That's great. Exactly as she should be. I believe he did. I don't recall exactly. Um I'm not completely I did not keep up a ton with all of the stuff he said because it just wasn't worth it. It just felt like he was, not going to really understand what people were trying to say. And I still don't think he understands. Which is very funny because I feel like you can exist on this planet for like 5 minutes and understand that people will use jokes to kind of dehumanize and to sort of push an agenda. And it's not like, and it's not to say that we can never make jokes about things, but it's just that like there is a time and place, and it is something that is going to be fairly nuanced. It's going to be fairly like dynamic. It's going to change as societal attitudes shift and change. Yeah, someone said it in a vid. I watched about this earlier. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. It's just God, I just it's so frustrating for him to turn around and be like, they were doing a weaponized version of what I was doing. And it's like this is a classic moment of like intent and like impact, like your intent may not have been to harm trans people, but your impact definitely did. um but he's pretending the Bulmer tweet was out of malice, and she said the same thing as the tweet he liked. Yeah, I think that he's kind of trying to cover his tracks a little bit here. Like, again, I'm not super familiar with everything he's done, but I don't think he entirely didn't mean to sort of, like, I do think he is just transphobic. Like I do think he is actually just transphobic. He has no real issue, like I don't necessarily think that he hates trans people, but I think that he's, fairly ignorant when it comes to trans people, fairly uh probably doesn't have like the best view of them. He probably forgot. He has trans friends. I like that's why I say I don't think it's necessarily like that he hates trans people, but it's like I think that he's fairly probably still fairly ignorant when it comes to trans issues in general. Um like he can have trans friends and still kind of not have a good grasp on like the trans experience and just like understanding how just understanding how these kind of like jokes and stuff just like it just it's frustrating. It's just frustrating because yeah, I was being sarcastic. Okay. Yeah, I just think that like again, I don't think he like hates trans people. Like I don't think he's like actively like out here being like fuck trans people, but I just think that it's just fairly ignorant and fairly doesn't really care so much. But and then I don't think he liked being put into the same category as people who are actively transphobic and actively um he actually said that though. Jesus Christ. Um but like I think the reason he's saying all of this shit now is that he doesn't like being put into the same category as people who are like actually like hating trans people and like aggressively so, you know. So like he's trying to like distance himself from like the Trump administration's transphobia and trying to like put this like barrier between him and them, but it's just from where everybody else is standing, there's no real difference. From the outside looking in, it all sort of looks the same. So big rip. Sorry, don't know what else to tell you on that one. I don't think this is gonna work. I don't think people are going to forgive and forget, and I don't think they should. I think that he can, you know, actually put in some work and like actually maybe do something to actually benefit trans people, and then maybe we can have a conversation. But for now, uh I'm just gonna, you know, like, all right, man. Okay. Dave Chappelle, trans community. Why would Republicans do this? Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah, and that's the other thing. People told him. It's not like people didn't try and like have this conversation with him, and now he's like, "Oh, but the Republicans. Those damn Republicans." All right. Um let's see. All right. I put it off long enough. Let's let's get into it. All right. So, uh clavicular. What the fuck is going on with clavicular? Um things have been like, first I was going to talk about the 60 Minutes interview because that was a big topic when it you know, like the like clips from that were hitting the timeline, and that was very interesting to watch. And then I guess he overdosed and that kind of took over. So, um yeah. I I have said for quite some time that that I feel like watching clavicular feels like I'm watching a yes, yes, he was on like 60 Minutes Australia. Hold on, I have some clips from it. I have some clips from it. It's very interesting. There's like a whole there's a whole thing. Um but those clips came out, and then he overdosed, and it was like, "Oh, what the fuck?" And then he opened his club the next day, which anyway, I've said for a while that I feel like watching clavicular is like watching a tragedy play out, like just like, you know, like in like the simplest sense of the word, like in the most like traditional sense of the word. Uh like this, like it has certain beats, you know, certain like notes that it has to hit and play out, and it's just it's very yes, he's back already. He was not gone for very long, apparently, which which was interesting. I apparently, according, supposedly against the advice of the medical professionals as well, which I'm, not surprising that that is the case because I imagine they would have told him to, not leave the hospital as quickly as he did. But we'll start with the 60 Minutes interview because a lot to look at there. It's a bit so one of the main things that people were talking about was that they keep saying that the interviewer was hot, which he'll learn his lesson and longevity maxing. Oh god. So here we have clavicular influenced 60-minute interviewer to use maxing and mogging terms mid interviewer. So here is so 60 Minutes Australia. From what I understand, they did this interview over like the computer. So he's talking to this guy on the computer. He does reference that at some point, but just to like give you a little bit of context there. AKA G Hub. GH. I have no idea what you're talking about. The drugs he was on. That's what you're saying, right? GHB. Yeah. I don't know why my brain read that as G Hub. I am so tired. Oh my god. That's so stupid. He's relevance mogging us all for the dumbest reasons. Yeah, I don't know why the fuck 60 Minutes Australia wanted to do a piece on him, but we live in the worst fucking timeline, man. All right.
You could mog someone, and you could height mog them. You could be taller. So it typically means like outshining someone in some regard.
Are you mogging me right now?
Well, in what metric?
Any?
Status mogging.
He's all over their news here. Is he really? He's all over the news here, really? That's crazy.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, like I might be status mogging you, maybe. I don't know. You're fine. Like potentially, money mogging. Who's to say, right? I don't know. But like, those are different types of mogs that you could achieve on someone. It doesn't only pertain to looks, right? So there's all types of mogs.
Well, your whole persona and shtick is about appearance and looks, right? So would you say your looks mogging me right now?
I can't really see you, to be fair. It's kind of hard with the light. The camera's quite far away. So I'll just give it to you.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I can't see.
He said, I'll just give it to you. Oh my god. He's so awkward too, man. Like, I'm trying to like figure out how you place clavicular in like another time, like like in like another era. And I'm not sure how he functions, like how he survives. Like if you were to drop this man into the middle of like the 1800s right now, like what happens to him? I don't know. I think the results would be devastating. I just like this is something that can only exist in the big 2-6, I fear. Like this is a pure 21st century product through and through. We ooh, boy.
All right. Well, how about this? If I was to come to you for advice, which you give out
Yes, he said that he was gonna have to stop doing IRL streams after he overdosed. Because he needs to do the drugs to deal with the IRL streams. Which is like I have thoughts, but we'll get to that. We'll get there. 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 Oh boy, we'll get there.
readily, would you say that I need to do something to myself to ascend or live a better life?
Well,
At least he's stopping, not gonna lie, that's surprising. Yeah, I don't know if he actually is. I guess we'll see. Like, I mean, he has to, like, do his club shit now, right? So isn't that, like, I feel like that's gonna be a little hard if he has trouble with, like, social interactions sober, but he's like me avoiding my roommate. Oh man, yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
all the issue is you're just giga far away on a laptop screen.
Also, giga far away. I watched this clip earlier, and when he said that, I do think something in my brain broke. I don't know why, but something about just the casualness with which he dropped giga far away in like a normal sentence was just the kind of thing that, like, no, I know what it means. It just my brain genuinely had to stop functioning for a second to just, like, take a beat because it was just so like, oh, okay. like, no, yeah. Sure, giga far away. No, that's just yeah. Yeah. Like, be serious, be serious, be serious, be a serious person for 5 seconds.
So I wouldn't be able to really say what you could do. It's very far away. Sorry about that.
Oh man, all right. This motherfucker, dude. Okay. Okay. So there was that clip.
You could mock someone
Get with the program we're lingo maxing. I know, I'm having such a hard time. I'm having such a hard time with the lingo. That's my biggest struggle with this whole thing is the lingo. I'm struggling with wrapping my head around it. And then there's this clip
Community.
where he asks him about being an incel, I believe. And he did not like that. He did not like that at all.
Was born out of the incel community and movement.
You need to ascend. Don't let him lingo mog you. Is that better?
Do you identify with that group? How do you feel about being linked to that group of people?
Do I identify as an incel? I mean, how could you ask me that question as a follow-up after you asked me about my relationships to women? I mean, that's quite literally the worst sequence of questions I think I've ever heard.
Well, let me rephrase it then. Looks maxing was obviously a term created by the incel community. How do you feel about being linked to that group?
I'm not linked to that group in any way. Looks maxing is self-improvement, right? So it's about potentially even ascending out of that category. So that would be kind of one of the goals. is to disassociate from being an incel and overcome that. So that doesn't make sense.
Look at this man's face. Look at his face. Like, that is the look of a man who is just trying to, like, wrap his head around what is happening in front of him. I have never seen a man look at someone with such just pity in their eyes. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I mean, look, I'll give Clavicular this. From what I have seen and what I have been able to pick up, I don't think he's an incel. At least not anymore. I don't. I mean, there's that. But the connection is still there.
You also maintain, or you've been seen with certain people who are from all parts of that world. I mean, just as an example, you've obviously shared company with Andrew Tate and other, dare I say, rather controversial figures. Why do you spend time with people like that?
Are you trying to? I see you want to make this political.
Not at all. Not at all. I'm just curious.
No, that's what you want to do. Is
No,
like,
no.
you have
Not,
two
not at all.
questions, so
Not at
you
all.
wanna-
Not at all. I'm not.
You want to end
at all
it
doing that.
and talk about.
I'm just curious. No, not at all. I don't care about your politics. I know you're not political. You've said that repeatedly. I'm just, when you get seen with those people, obviously people make assumptions. I'm wondering what the thought process and motivation for you is behind.
Interview. I guess you watched the Piers interview.
I did, yeah.
Too bad I didn't have time to look into, anything about potentially, who your wife cheated with. But don't try to go down that line of questioning with me, all right? Because I'm not doing any political.
I'm not married.
I love how he's acting like someone asking him a political question is like a threat. He said, don't go down that line of questioning with me. Like, sir. Like, it's just a question. even if it is political. Like, it's just a question. Like, you can. Like, why is he taking such offense? Oh my god, I'm not married. He bogged him.
But I was simply only asking because obviously you've been filmed with these people.
So I could teach you about looks, Max, and then maybe you could switch that up. But thanks for the time. Appreciate the interview. All right.
And then he storms off. Like, that was it, I guess. Oh. So, yeah, that's his 60 Minutes appearance. Reporter nonchalant mocked him. Yeah, people were thirsting over the reporter, and I gotta be honest, I too get it. I see it. I'm a fan. There is something rather charming about the guy. He's got some good vibes, I can't lie to you. He seems like the kind of person you'd have like a long, like, weird, like, witty back and forth with. Maybe that's just because he's Australian. I don't know. But anyway, he was not a fan. Looks like Russell Crowe, but young. LMAO. Russell Crowe is not like an unattractive guy. Like, I mean, he's not like the hottest guy, but like, I mean, he's like a neutral. I think he's cuter than Russell Crowe, to be honest, but like, I think that's selling him a little short, to be fair. What else we got? So then the next clavicular event to hit the timeline was him overdosing, which there's a lot to unpack here. Let me see if I can actually find any. I don't know if I have any of the videos like bookmarked, to be honest with you. Let's see. Where are we? Oh, yeah, okay. Here's one of the videos. Okay, so this was yeah, I mean there's nothing like crazy happening in this video. I'm pretty sure I can show this. So he's like I actually want to see if I can find the video that has the interaction beforehand. Cuz he's like talking to a girl and then he like starts to like crash. I'm not sure I have the full thing saved anywhere. That's unfortunate. Hold on, let me see. Let's see. So what? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So first of all, what the fuck even are these things? Like what like no like holy like what is this? What is this? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not the best judge when it comes to like the attractiveness of men. You know, I am bisexual. I do tend to lean towards women. I listen, I could just not be the target audience for this. But what is happening here? Do people like is this a look that people are into? Am I being mean? Like am I I'm trying to understand. Anyway, yeah. So it starts off like okay, so like that the guy with the hat has great hair. I mean, okay. So like this is like this is drugs, right? Like again, I'm not like an expert on what the kids are doing these days. But like this like little 5-hour energy thing that he takes, like that's like he's doing drugs, right? like that's just more drugs if I'm not mistaken. Also like where the fuck even are this is this a mall? I guess it's a mall.
Is there a trash can around here? I'm Five. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Sorry. I'm trying my best to lock in, but I'm a little destroyed right now.
I'm from Brazil.
Brazil.
I'm Brazil. I'm speaking.
It's actually a wig. You don't know the lore. Oh my god. I don't know anything. I don't know anything. I don't know anything about anything that's happening right now. Okay. All I know is that yeah, like that's where he went wrong. Yeah, that's like all I know is like I'm pretty sure like that's like drugs. He just did more drugs. And yeah, it does seem like that was not the best decision given the following sequence of events, but
English is also, but what's your question?
You speak Portuguese.
Yeah.
Portuguese.
Holy shit, dude. I'm trying my best, but fucking destroyed right now. Alright, have a good rest of your day. Take care.
Oh, thank you.
Bye. Holy fuck. Oh my god.
You're Brazilian, bro. That was all you.
Yeah,
bro. That
dude.
was all you Brazilian.
Who?
That was 10 out of 10. Stacy, Brazilian.
Okay.
You should get her number.
I need
You should
water.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like I'm trying to like oh my god, like 10 out of 10 Stacy. This says something about like this says something about the state of our society. I'm not sure what. I'm not sure what it says. But it says something. It says something tragic. It hit him hard, like with me and have a bottle of vodka on a Sunday. Yeah, I think that was not the best move for his yeah, I like listen. I want to be clear. Clavicular obviously a neo-Nazi adjacent figure, neo-Nazi figure. You know, not the best person out there. So, you know, when I make my analysis of this whole situation, I do keep that in mind for sure. That being said, there is something very there is something to be said about how a guy like this who just like last month was singing fucking like Kanye West like Heil Hitler song in a fucking van full of with like Sneeko and Andrew Tate and is now and then like a month later is on like 60 Minutes Australia. um None of these people are his friends. You need to tell your friends to go home at this point. Yeah, no, it honestly it gets worse. Like their reaction to his overdosing was not great. Like holy fuck. I genuinely think they might be trying to kill this man at this point.
Probably.
Like someone check if they took out a life insurance policy on him because like it's a little suspicious. Holy fuck.
Holy fuck. What's up, man? How are you? What's up, man? Holy fuck. What's it say? 100%. Get some pussy.
Dude, I'm trying to cold approach like you.
Like he's still taking photos too. Like he's like this man's about to like drop and he's like still taking fucking photos. Dude. What the fuck?
Alright.
Thank you.
Take care. Nice to meet you. How are you, man? What's up, brother?
Thank you, bro. I appreciate
Oh my god. Alright, take care, bro.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Can you take it?
Can I take it? Sorry, I can't even. I'm absolutely gone. Holy fuck.
Oh shit. Thank
Holy
you.
shit. Take care. Oh my
Is it actually a wig? Like, why is he wearing a wig? Because he looks like he like stepped out of like a 90s like boy band. I mean, they all do actually. Now that I say that, now that I say that, they both do.
God, yeah, I'm having a great time right now. Oh my God, holy shit. Let me go sit somewhere. What's up, guys? Where's somewhere I can sit down for a second? Oh yeah, upstairs. Oh my God. Oh fucking hell. Oh my God, man. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Yeah, I'm having a good time. Holy fuck. Oh my God, yeah. No, I'm having a good time. Holy fuck. Yeah, let me go sit somewhere. Holy fuck. Let's go sit down right here. Oh yeah? Haha. Oh my God. Oh, oh my God. Holy fuck.
How fucked are you?
What?
How fucked up are you?
Dude, I'm gone.
Like strips of water, ice water.
Oh my God, bro.
Like, look at these fucking. His hairline is cooked. Too much roids. What the fuck? Like, I have thoughts. We'll get there. We'll get there. Hold on.
Oh my God, I was late as shit. Holy fuck.
Holy me.
Dude. Oh.
How do you feel? When did you last take blue? You want natty? You want natty?
Like, do you want an Addy? Like, bro, get that man to a hospital. What do you mean, do you want an Addy? Oh my god. Okay. All right. No, it's so yeah, that's the gist of it. Afterwards, I guess they carried him out. Um I'm sorry. Nobody should be surprised that this has occurred. Like this was again, when I watch Clavicular, I feel like I'm watching a tragedy play out in the most traditional sense. It is scripted, it has very specific beats it has to hit, and this is just one of those beats. Like Overdose was definitely on the Overdose was definitely going to be part of the plot. There was always an overdose that was coming down the line. I'm surprised it wasn't worse than this. So anyway, yeah, um, where do I even fucking start? Um, There's also this video, I guess, like, is this the friend?
What's going on? Let's go. Whoa. Oh my God. Whoa, 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 whoa. Woohoo! I took a hit. I took a hit.
There's like a whole world out there that I'm just not familiar with, and I'm okay with that. Like every now and again, I realize there's like a whole other internet out there, and I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I don't need that. Y'all have fun now, you hear? Like what the fuck? Okay. We're just doing whatever. Oh, it actually happened twice, I forgot. Oh, twice. Twice. Why not? Yeah. So that's crazy that he's like these these people look a little crazy. Like they look a little insane. Yeah, and then the next thing that happened was just a lot of videos of him at his club, I guess, with like girls and stuff, which yeah. Miami is weird as fuck. Apparently. Apparently. Yeah. Okay. So they say New York is crazy, but Miami is unique. I'm inclined to think that I've only been okay. I've only been to New York once, and I've not been to Miami. That being said, my knowledge of Miami and my knowledge of New York, I'm inclined to believe Miami is a little bit crazier, just because it's in Florida, so it has that extra like Florida, tang to it. It's gonna be a little crazier, I think. So what to make of all of that? Again, Clavicular did leave the hospital and was yeah, he got punched too, yeah. Clavicular did leave the hospital, again, seemingly against the advice of the medical professionals. They encouraged him to, go home and I guess, or to not leave the hospital in the first place. But again, he had to open his club, I guess, which I don't understand. He has a club. Like, what is that about? All right. There was a tweet that I did think was funny, just because it reminded me a little bit of the Tim Pool Charlie is in stable condition tweet, but not nearly as bad. It was just funny, but I can't find it now. Where is it? I know it's in here. I saw it. Like I saw it. Oh, here it is. Taylor Lorenz said, update on Clavicular. He is in stable condition, but still in and out of consciousness. The hospital will likely keep him for 72 hours. He OD'd and had a seizure. We'll share more updates as I receive. And I just thought it was funny because she was like, we'll likely keep him for 72 hours. And he was like, it wasn't even like 24 hours before he was out. It's just like I saw this tweet and then I saw like within like a couple of minutes, I was still scrolling and it was like Clavicular is like back home, and I was like, oh. So the 72 hours did not happen. I think she should. I think she should really. I think it's time. I think it's time we send Taylor Lorenz to Florida to report on Clavicular on the ground. live and in person. I think it's Ty. But yeah, it did just make me think of the Tim Pool Charlie Kirk is in stable condition tweet, because it was just like, nope, nope, he is already out. Not quite. Not quite how that went down. Okay, and then she said his parents are apparently flying in from New Jersey to see him. And I do think that happened, but from what I saw, and the only source I saw report this was TMZ, so I don't have any other information beyond that. But I do trust TMZ on this particular topic. If there was ever a topic I trusted TMZ on, it was this one. And from what I understand, TMZ said that his parents have already left. Like, it sounds like they came in and tried an intervention and it did not go well. Sounds like he already has gone back to New Jersey. I will say, it would not be surprising to me if his parents did try and, like, you know, come in and talk to him, because I have seen, like, some clips where he's talking to his parents and they seem somewhat concerned, as they should be. But not nearly proactive enough, in my opinion. So, yeah. TMZ. We do have the TMZ article here, which says also, this is a crazy way to write this. Clavicular dad sent packing after snubbed intervention. Like, this is dystopian. This is dystopian. This is like, this is the sign of a dying society. Her TMZ isn't even on the ground for the David story. They moved HQ to Washington or something. Yeah, I know they're in Washington doing a bunch with, like, on, like, Capitol Hill. But I don't know about, like, I don't know about their reporting for like, David. I mean, it looks like they are at least, like, reporting on it, but I don't know about, like, like actually having, like, people, how, like, invested they are in it. Dying or already dead, TMZ is gonna cover politics. No, yeah, it's true. But yeah, I just oh man. Clavicular's post-overdose saga has taken another turn. TMZ has learned the streamer's own father flew across the country to stage an intervention and got completely iced out. Is New Jersey across the country? Like, I don't know if I ever considered that across the country. In my opinion, across the country is like California to New York. New Jersey to, like, Florida. I don't know if that's across the country. Like, I guess, technically. But I don't know. Sources familiar with the situation tell us Clavicular, real name Braden Peters, across the coast. Yeah, that's a better one. Had his dad, Ken, rush in from New Jersey after this week's scary hospitalization for a suspected overdose in Miami. The plan was for a serious face-to-face talk to push the looks-maxer towards getting help. We're told Clav refused to even see him, saying he was busy and still planning to hit his already promoted club appearance at Baccara Club, the same event he typed before landing in the hospital just a day earlier, and where he was spotted partying with Blueface. That's crazy. Despite Clav telling viewers on a live stream, I wanted my dad to come because he was here, but he didn't come, our sources say that's not the full story. What the fuck? His dad was never supposed to hit the club. He was there strictly out of concern after the OD scare. My dad would kill me. Yeah, I think most of our dads would probably kill us if oh, holy fuck. Flying back to Jersey, deeply worried about his son's health. As we reported, Clavicular was hospitalized Tuesday night. He then updated his fans on Wednesday by vowing to quit using substances and streaming IRL, but later that day he still followed through with his club appearance. So, yeah, all right. All right, let's put our serious hats on for a second here. If I, take a step back from all of the memeing, from all of the ridiculousness of it all. Clavicular is one of those Clavicular is one of those people I would slot into the category of unwell. Did he do a whole stream for the opening? Yeah, I don't know. Like, I thought he did. That's why I'm like, I don't know if he stopped actually, using substances. Because it seems like that would be a little bit hard to get through if you're not, if you're like, having social anxiety and need substances to get through that. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure what he did for the club opening. But Clavicular is one of those people I would slot into the category of unwell, and one of those figures that just, before we had, like, internet culture, like influencer culture, content creation, that kind of thing, we would not be exposed to like a Clavicular, like this would be a guy who, maybe like maybe like like maybe like 5 people in your hometown knew, and you guys are like, yeah, that guy, like maybe you're friends with him, and maybe, you're kind of like, he needs a little bit of help, like he's got some things going on, and he probably is not able to get that help, and he probably just continues down that path. And the same thing is definitely happening with Clavicular. It's just that we have, cameras to document it all and an internet to upload it to. So I just I do think that this is just one of those things that is very much indicative of a just dying society. Not to be dramatic, I guess, but like, if like, I'm not a huge person who's like, oh man, like we're a degenerate society. Like, I joke and say like I can call shit degenerate because I think degenerate is a fun word to say. Like, there is a level of just like moral rot at the core of all of this, I feel. And like, Clavicular reminds me a lot of just a figure like Eugenia Cooney, who, it's like, I feel like I'm watching their slow, drawn out demise, and it's just kind of normal now to do that. It's weird. It's just like a weird thing. And then there's like so many other avenues to discuss here, with just like the like people who are kind of infantile. Oh my god, I can't even say the word. People who are like infantilizing him, like treating him like he's kind of like a baby. It's just like, this is a grown man, technically. He is responsible for his own choices. It's fucking wild. Just fucking wild. She walked so Clav could run. She definitely did. And she the only difference is that Eugenia tries to stay on like mainstream, more like mainstream platforms, so like YouTube and like TikTok, and like she's tried to like be more like present on those, whereas I feel like Clavicular whereas Clavicular is willing to like branch out to like, like Kick and stuff like that. Like, Eugenia, as far as I'm aware, never was on Kick. I could be wrong, but I mean, incel and manosphere culture. Yeah, no, for sure. That is the other aspect of this. Like, Clavicular has definitely been the sort of like launching off point for this sort of thing to like hit the mainstream, but it is just it does just feel like body dysmorphia and like eating disorders kind of manifesting in different ways. And I can't help but compare it to Eugenia quite a bit. And he's on 60 Minutes. He got banned on YouTube, but if he was he'd get banned on YouTube, but if he was here he'd do numbers. Yeah, that's yeah, that's why like Eugenia has also been banned on quite a few platforms, but like has sort of fought her way back onto platforms quite a bit as well. Um right now, from what I understand, she's seems like she's gone quiet, possibly because of some legal issues, not necessarily um her own legal issues, but like TikTok legal issues that kind of involve her. But it's yeah, with the amount of substances he takes, he gets the platform. Yeah, that's like the main thing for him. Um like because like the conversation with Eugenia is always like when you ban her, you're banning her because she is, you know, exhibiting sort of harmful self-destructive behavior. But um it's just that, I mean, she is like it is mental illness. And so you are ultimately banning her because of her mental illness, and it does become like a kind of like questionable sort of like, is that ethical? Like, is that right to ban somebody because of their mental illness? Like, it doesn't necessarily seem like the right thing to do, but at the same time, they're exhibiting this behavior and demonstrating this behavior for people who are influenced by it. And is there a harm level that needs to be addressed here? That's always the question. That's always like the conversation that's had with Eugenia. But with clavicular, like his like drug use, I think, kind of changes it to to where it's like very much like a, yeah, we're not gonna, you know, like platforms are going to be like, we're not gonna show that. So um it is less of a gray area there. I heard Brittany Simon mention it today. Oh yeah. I don't know much about it, but yeah, I it is it is definitely interesting. I mean, at the very least, it seems like clavicular has some people in his life that are interested in possibly getting him help. I don't know how successful they will be. Eugenia has also had people in her life who have attempted to get her help, but she has also had people in her life who have sort of fucked that up uh, and made it more difficult. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing with clavicular. It's the controlled substances. Like it is a different it is less of a sort of like gray area. It's more black and white when you kind of like throw in his like drug use. It's like you kind of, it's like more websites and stuff are going to be like, yeah, we're not showing that. Like that's against our terms of service. Um uh to be honest, you're the only streamer I watch other than that. Just they all stream way too long. Yeah, I my streams are a bit shorter, mostly because I stream later and have stuff to do. Yeah, well, yeah, Clav is also like totally independent too. Um, like that's the other thing, and like Eugenia has her mother to be sort of like the continued enabler in that situation. So like any from what I understand, any attempts to get her help have been sort of like any recent attempts or have to get her help have been sort of like squandered by her mother or like hindered by her mother. So, yeah, I just it's one of those things that's like really that is just genuinely tragic because for Eugenia, I think that the for Eugenia, I think the outcome is very clear, and like if things don't change, it's very like it's just very like clear where it's headed. Like there is a visible deterioration that you can see in her physical condition, and it is not sustainable. Um so it is just it is just very tragic. Like I don't know what else to say. Um so I do hope that clavicular does not go that route. I may not necessarily like some of the things he does and says, but I don't necessarily want to see him literally deteriorate, over the course of years. Like that's not something I want for him. Um yeah. Uh yeah, her mom is like um her mom is like very controlling and very um like very has been very like resistant to getting her help from what I understand. So, yeah. Like from what I know, all of the attempts to get Eugenia help have come from like outside of her family. Um like I don't recall any incident where her mother sought out like help for her. Like it's come from people who, while some of them may not have had the, best intentions, it does tend to be people outside of her family who have sought to try and get her help. So, yeah, it's just it's not a great situation. Yeah, it is it's very she's like I don't like because she's kind of been like shadow banned from what I understand on basically all the platforms at this point. Like I don't know where she's uploading these days. Like last I checked, I think it was like TikTok, but I think that she's been pretty much shadow banned there too. Um I don't know I don't know where she is right now, but like like one of like the last clips that went viral was like she was very clearly having trouble with her breathing and with her heart, on like stream. So like I don't know, man. It's just like it's very much like it gets to a point where it's like you are visibly like you are visibly unwell, and there's like you are like this cannot be sustainable. So I just I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, and then um does her mom think if she was a healthy weight she wouldn't be popular? I don't know what her mom's like thoughts are on all of it. I just know that she's um obviously sort of like in charge of like caring for Eugenia, and obviously has not done a particularly good job. And also her brother is like the complete opposite. Like her brother is like huge from what I understand. Um so it does just seem like disordered eating is just kind of like a problem in that family. I don't know necessarily what it stems from, but it does seem like that is kind of like a pattern. But yeah, she streams. That's crazy. I thought it was just vids. Yeah, she was streaming on like TikTok and stuff. She used to stream with like she used to do like those like dual TikTok streams with like Jeffree Star. I don't know if they still do those. She got really close to Jeffree Star for a while, which was very concerning from basically anybody paying attention to that situation, because I personally think Jeffree Star was just trying to basically milk Eugenia for all he could. Like at one point he like brought Eugenia into his home. Didn't seem like that did any like favors for her. Did not seem like she got her condition improved at all then either. So yeah, just yeah, pretty crazy. Whole thing is pretty fucking crazy. But like there's like a good video that kind of like covered some of this, but I don't know. I have to remember who freaking made it. But yeah. I just I do see a lot of similarities with like clavicular and Eugenia for sure. And I don't necessarily think it's good. Like two sides of the same coin kind of deal. Let me see. No, I got my stupid computer. See if I can find the video. I don't remember the channel. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Oh, here we are. I might have seen it. That's how I remembered her from. Yeah, it's here. Looks like she's done some more actually on it, but it's this channel. But she's done like some videos on it, and she's like that's done like some pretty good like definitely like very like more like in depth about it and stuff like that. So if you're looking for things that like cover like the more like TikTok and that kind of thing, like why like what's going on with like her and TikTok and stuff like that, because like of course the conversation is always like Eugenia's promoting harmful behavior to like, you know, minors specifically and that kind of thing. But yeah, so this was the channel. But yeah. Definitely Eugenia's. I don't know. I think she just like I think she just does like I don't know, like vlogging or just like talking and stuff like that. I don't know. I've never watched her videos. I have no idea what she actually does. I think it's just like they never actually explained what she did. LOL. Yeah, like cuz that's like the thing with Eugenia, it's like the issue with Eugenia is that like her issue is existing, right? Like her issue is existing and making content. It doesn't even matter like what kind of content she makes. No matter what type of content she makes, she would still have her eating disorder and she would still be physically unwell. And that is the concern that people raise, is that like she's like exhibiting that like a harmful behavior and that kind of thing. But I think that's a bit of a slippery slope, because if you ban her for that, you are kind of just banning her for her mental illness, and that's that's like it's kind of like a it gets a little sticky, I think. But I don't necessarily know the best way to handle that situation, because I do think that Eugenia's content can be harmful for people, and not only just like harmful for like exposing, I guess, like younger people to that kind of content, but also just like triggering people who have like who may be like in like recovery, or maybe like, you know, like I think that I think it's just like, but again, it's like you're kind of like banning her for existing. It's like a hard kind of like thing, I think, to for it's hard for these websites to kind of figure out what to do about it, and that's why there's all of this like that's why there's like this sort of like TikTok that's why there's just this sort of like TikTok like lawsuit and stuff like that that's been going on. So because Clav promotes this and sells courses. Yeah. Yeah, like it's it's like different than that, because like, yeah, it's like Eugenia's not selling like a specific product necessarily. It is just like her her presence, basically her existence in the videos, that is the problem. um yeah, I don't from what I understand, she doesn't sell anything. It's just that it's just her she's just, you know, she's just the question of like, is she encouraging this behavior? Is she, you know, possibly triggering people who are um experiencing that? It's just I think I think it's probably one of those things where it's like it's one of those moments where you just like you have to like you have to actually sit down and like have a discussion about where you like where the line, I guess, is drawn, and like where um yeah, it is it is pretty it is crazy for sure. Like I go back and forth on it, because I don't think that I don't think she should be banned for like her mental illness, you know? Like I don't think she should be banned for like exhibiting like just kind of like existing. um but I do recognize that there is still a level of harm that comes along with her content, for sure. Um but you could make that argument for other content as well. Like I could make that argument for like neo-Nazis and that kind of thing, you know, like like for more like right-wing content, for some like more like right-wing content, I could make that argument as well. So it's kind of like I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting it is one of those like internet things that is particularly fascinating to me, because it's a question that we haven't really sort of answered yet. And I always sort of fall back on, I think that when it comes to content that children are being exposed to, parents should be proactive about making sure their kids aren't like like getting access to things that they shouldn't, like things that they think they shouldn't. Um because I do think that once you start looking to like the platforms, or I guess like even like the platforms definitely have like a level of responsibility, but I don't think it's something that you should be looking to like the government to get involved in necessarily. With like policing that kind of thing, I think that's not the best option. But like in a perfect world, the platforms and the parents would be doing more, and that would ultimately be enough, but tis not. And so you have it's like there's just a lot to it. It's a deep hole that is yet to be dug out. But yeah, I think but if you want to lean max. Yeah. Ugh. There's I mean, you gotta we gotta there's a ooh, there's a conversation to be had about just this just like the sort of prevalency of like this is like these are eating disorders. These are eating disorders. This is body dysmorphia. But we have normalized that to a degree in our society, and I do think that while these are both extreme examples of it, there's a level of like acceptance that people have with this kind of thing. So it's just like, oh, I mean, clavicular's just improving himself, he's just working on himself. Well, everyone has a phone, so yeah. And so it's just like, I don't know. It's like, ooh, it's like, it's just like I think you should be like active and take care of yourself because you want to be healthy and have like a working functioning body when you're in your older years and you're not like completely decrepit, like that's my hot take on that. Like I think you should just keep your body in a decent functioning shape. But it's like, yeah, like beyond that I'm just kind of like chill. Like I don't know that we need to do all this, man. All right. There was one last thing because this was silly. Looking healthy isn't being healthy in his case. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, definitely. Like I just again I just like again just if like do it because you want to do it because you want to like be like keep your body in a decent working order. Like it's good to be active, it's good to be it's good to not like sit in a chair all day. Like that's not like a bad thing, but there is a level of like you gotta rein it in. You gotta you're going too far, man. You lost the plot a little bit. Asmongold, no, but has he been unbanned yet? Has he been released from the pits yet? Because that was funny that they finally banned him. Because he got banned. He got banned. I don't know if he got unbanned yet. I don't know how long his ban was. But Twitch finally banned him. So that's probably why you have not heard about him for a minute. Is that Twitch finally clapped his ass and no one really knows exactly what did it, but he finally got banned and yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, it was like I think it was like a week ago now at least for sure. I don't know how long the ban was supposed to be. But I guess Twitch finally got tired of getting yelled at. So they finally were like, yeah, fine, we'll ban his ass finally. So, which is long time coming because he says some of the most vitriolic worse shit. For what? I don't know. I don't think anybody was actually able to like peg down the specific moment that got him banned. And he made a video about it, but he said it was something to do with like him he basically like misconstrued what he said to make it like sound less bad. I don't really know if that was the specific moment that got him banned, but something finally got him banned. I mean, nobody knows. Nobody seems to know the specific moment. Like I have not been able to find anybody that has like a specific clip of like the moment that got him banned. He like he made like a video talking about like a specific moment where he said something, but I don't know if that was the moment that actually got him banned or not. I don't know if it's been like confirmed. So is it permanent or just a regular ban? I don't know. I didn't look into it. I assume it's just like a regular ban. I assume they didn't perma ban him. That would be kind of crazy. I feel like it would have been more of a topic if it was a perma ban, but I think it's just a regular ban, but perhaps a particularly long one. I don't know. But I don't think he has returned yet to streaming. No, I wanted to, I wanted to talk about, he's probably on vacation. Maybe. Does he go on vacation? Does he leave his house? But no, I wanted to talk about the Northern Lion, cruise that's been canceled now. I think this is very funny because what the hell? Can you even tell if he's banned? He might be faking it. No, I'm pretty sure he's banned. I don't know if he's still banned, but he was banned. Northern Lion was gonna do like a streamer cruise, and I think it's very funny because I think you did not know your audience. Like this is an example of someone not knowing their audience. Because I don't know how many people in his audience were willing to shell out like thousands of dollars to go on a cruise. Like it's just very funny. Like this was a very silly thing that you thought you could do. And I like Northern Lion. I like Northern Lion. Like I think he's like a chill guy. I don't know what the hell the thought process was behind this shit. So Northern Lion pulls plug on viral super cruise over safety concerns for Twitch streamers and fans. Yes, yeah, Northern Lion's a person. Northern Lions viral super cruise was a real thing, but it has now been canceled. Here's everything we know about the situation so far. So yeah, they were gonna do a cruise. It was gonna have like some streamers who had signed on. And yeah, apparently Big Brother host Dan Giesling was also involved, which is very funny. I always forget that I always forget Dan streams. People wouldn't do that for real celebrities. No, it's like right. Apparently, I guess like the person who did who was like planning the cruise, it was like an influencer. It was like a cruise with like influencers, and then you would like buy tickets to like go and like meet them, and if the cost of cabins on the cruise became a major talking point among viewers, who pointed out that the cheapest lodging options for a single room ran for $1,800, and then $2,049, and then $2,159. So the cheapest was almost $2,000. And that's just for the single room. Like I assume that's like that probably includes like some meals, but Definitely does not include like drinks or that kind of thing. So, what or other expenses you may have on the cruise. So at least $2,000 for a single room. And I just don't know if Northern Lion fans have it like that. But from what I understand, the person who was like in charge of making it, I guess like their mom works for like the cruise company or something, and they've been trying to do like a they wanted to do like they've been trying to get them to do like a Big Brother cruise for years, and then decided to do a streamer cruise for what the year no, not for the year. No, just for like however long the cruise was. I imagine it was like a few weeks. Cruises are usually like I don't know, like a couple weeks at most. Oh no, here it is. An extravagant 6-day experience. So it would have been 6 days. So you're paying for a 2,000 that's so fucking expensive. And like I know cruises are fucking expensive. Like I don't know how much the average cruise is actually nowadays. I don't know how much the average cabin on a cruise is. Hold on. Let's see if I can find out. Let's like see let's see what the going rate is for Carnival cruises right now. Carnival cruise cabin. What is the going rate? Let's say I wanted to do a we'll do the 6 to 9 days because that is how much this cruise was. I don't really need a Yeah, I would not want to be on a cruise for a full year. As someone who has been on a cruise one time in my life, I would not want to do it for a full year. It's that's crazy. That's fucking crazy. Like people who live on cruises are insane. Cuz like there are some people who do that, who like live on cruises. Yeah. Bruh. Yo. That's crazy. What the fuck? Okay, so I looked up the fucking going rate for Carnival cruises, right? 6-day 6-day Western Caribbean from Tampa, Florida is starting from 449. Average per person 2-person room. Northern Lions was 1,800. Okay, so that would have been that. I'm going to assume that would have included interactive events like a meet and greet cocktail party, live entertainment, interactive Q&As with special guests. So like I'm going to assume that would have included all of that. So for all of that and for 6 days going from Tampa, Florida all the way okay, actually I can probably get the exact route here. Hold on. Going from Tampa, Florida to Mexico. Do we have a Mexico in here? Mexico's not an option. Fuck it. We'll do Caribbean. We'll do Caribbean then. Let's be for 6 days. Hold on. Fucked it up again. meeting Mr. Beast. 440 for 6 days. Like I did the exact same, so like 6 to 9, because that is the that is the length of the Northern Lion cruise, was 6 days. 6 days going from Tampa, Florida, and I'm actually just gonna say Panama Canal. Fuck it. How much is that? That's still only 900. That's still only 900. That still doesn't get up to like. And I mean, these are just the starting prices, so they go up from here. But like, that's crazy. Like I don't understand the pricing. That seems insane. 440 for 6 days doesn't sound right. Yeah, these are the starting. I mean, so like these are 8-day cruises. These are 8-day cruises, and they start at 900. It goes up from here. It goes up from here. And like, and it obviously changes depending on like room and stuff like that. So like, we're talking about like the cheapest rooms. I'm just comparing it to like the cheapest rooms that were offered for the Northern Lion cruise, which was starting at 1,800. So either way, that is significantly more than where these were starting at. I just don't understand the thought process that went into this. And I love how the thing that made them change their mind, I guess, was what happens if someone gets hurt or gets sick or something. Like that's the part that concerned them. It wasn't the fact that you were selling like
Start with the short.
some hella expensive tickets. Like I want, like I don't, like I'd like to know more. Like I would like to know more information. Because that's not adding up to me. He went on to describe the ordeal as a miscalculation and promised that full refunds would be issued to those who had already booked their spot on the cruise. Yeah, the cost of cabins became a talking point among viewers, who pointed out that the cheapest lodgings for a single room ran 1,800. Yeah. I just, that seems strange to me. I don't know. I don't know. It's just when you look at like, when you start looking at like Carnival, like again, these are the starting prices for Carnival, so they go up from here. I imagine that if I start adding shit on, like these are some of the, but even then, because this is the interior spot, which is 1,000, and then the interior for like the single room, which was the interior from what I recall, is 1,800. So yeah, I just fucking crazy. Again, the extra is also like including the like the events and stuff, but like goddamn, that's that just seems like a lot. Anyway, didn't go over well, I guess, and also I think they probably canceled it because it wasn't going down so well. People were having but you could get off if you wanted, obviously. Yeah, yeah, I cruises are fun for like a week, and then you start to get a little tired. Like I would not want to spend longer than like a week on a cruise. And I don't think I could go on a cruise now, honestly. Like I went on a cruise. I went on my cruise like pre-COVID, It was right before COVID. It was the last trip I took before COVID. Before everything, it was like a few months before everything shut down. We went to Jamaica and to the Cayman Islands, and I got really drunk the last night of the cruise, and so I was hungover, and we got to rush through customs because I was going to vomit. So that's my cruise experience. I think it's probably something you should do like once in your life if it interests you, but I would not want to spend longer than like a week on a cruise. That's fair. Being tired of class is fair. That makes sense. But I did want to just chat about this a little bit because this was very silly. I've never been on one either. It's pretty, they're pretty fun. Like they're fun if you like to drink. If you like to drink and like the day, like the excursions are pretty fun, like going to like Jamaica and like the Cayman Islands, that was fun. I got to swim in the ocean for the first time, so that was cool. But other than that, it's not like I don't know. I think you can get the same experience in other places. It's just that you're on a boat. It's just that you're out at sea, which is like cool, but also if you get seasick, it's not a good time. And I also caught something on like the plane flight, like the flight down there. So I was sick for like the first couple days too. So it was not my best trip, but yeah. They're fun if you like to drink. I think that was like the highlight of my trip, was just like hitting up the different bars. So yeah. Yeah, if you like to drink, then like go for it. It's definitely got that going for it for sure. But yeah, I mean if you can a lot of them have like, um like packages and stuff that are usually pretty expensive, but you can buy like, like drink packages for like the different bars and stuff, so you can just kind of like go get your drinks and shit. But yeah, I don't know. Cruises are they're an experience. They're a time. I am going to wrap up the stream though. I should be live Sunday. Well, I go on boats and canoes all the time, never got sick. Okay, then yeah, I mean you'd probably like it. They usually stop at like different places depending on like, where you what cruise you take. So like um and honestly, I mean if you're already in Florida, so you probably you wouldn't have to like pay for the travel. Most of these cruises leave from like Florida. Um so yeah. Most of them leave from Florida. So I had to fly down to Florida and then head out, but it's probably you can save yourself some of the traveling expenses there at least. But it's it's all right. It's a fun time. It's a fun time. I'm just not sure I personally am like dying to go on another one, but I do think like the highlights were like the different stops and stuff that we took. Um Cayman Islands has good rum that you can't get here, so that was fun. We brought back some rum from the Cayman Islands. That'll get you fucked up. But yeah, all right. I am gonna wrap this up. Thank you for watching. I will be back Sunday. Should be back Sunday. Yeah. Yeah, I just don't want to get sunk in retaliation. Yeah, I mean, I think it's they're usually pretty. It's pretty chill. There's nothing really. I don't know. Um. Yeah. I do think one of my favorite memories from like sure the water is 20 minutes away. Yeah. So, yep. One of my favorite memories from Jamaica though was getting off of like the little like we got off like the little boat and we're like entering into like the place and there's like this little like slot kind of there's like this little like slit in like the fence and there's just this guy standing there trying to like sell the tourists weed. And I'm like I'm like this man is hustling. I love that for him. Oh man. All right, yeah. I will be back Sunday and I will see you guys later. Have a good rest of your weekend and all that shit. Catch you later and goodbye.